My name is Yinka Shonibare. The idea for the Howick Place sculpture actually came after doing my Nelson's Ship in a Bottle for Trafalgar Square. And as I was, working on that and looking at the shape of the sails, I thought actually they're quite beautiful on their own. They don't actually need to be in a bottle. And so I started sort of doing some drawings and also blowing the fabric with hairdryers and taking photographs of that. It was also part of my attempt to see if one could actually sculpt wind. And you can't actually physically sculpt wind. I mean, it's because wind, you can't see wind, but you can use a material to imply the presence of wind. The process of actually making the work, it's quite a complex thing to do actually.
I'm Nigel Schofield and we're MDM and we fabricate things for artists, designers, and we are fabricating Yinka's wind sculptures for Howick Place, and they are based on his fabric designs and his ideas of pieces of fabric blowing around in the wind in an effortless, breezy way, but on a massive scale. And they are sculptures of the pieces of fabric rather than slavish copies of pieces of fabric. We develop what's called a maquette, which is a scale model of a wind sculpture like this one. So this is a rough maquette showing a layout of a design on top of a scale model of it. This is developed with Yinka. It's down to Yinka approving the shape and the position that they stand, and then he comes up with the designs. Is hand painted rather than sprayed on because Yinka wanted them to look painted. When you look at a piece of this textile, it has a hand printed look. Even though it's not, even though these are sort of mass produced, it has that hand printed look. The main design element is not necessarily the technical aspect of how these are made, but what is on them. So it's the fabric itself that's the important thing, the design of the fabric.
The work is meant to be in contrast to the straight lines around it. Architecture does tend to have quite straight lines for very practical reasons, but artists have the freedom to kind of go the other way, to create something that's sort of, organic. Public art is kind of much more democratic, it's on the street. You don't have to make time to go to a gallery if you haven't got time. I actually want something that members of the public can easily enjoy and engage with without feeling that it's too complicated to understand. And yet, actually, it is meaningful. Art is a very kind of social thing. That way, it's open to everyone, actually. I just would like people in London to experience my work,